Hello, good morning, good afternoon. How are you? So, this is the first video as an introduction, but I'm going to go through step-by-step process that you need to take in order to, complete the money stack learning process, right? We're going to start from basic. So maybe you know already all this, right? Maybe you know and you remember all this tag. If you know that, that's fine. Just let me know, message me, okay, I know all this HTML tag. I remember that I can easily create all this project. If you can do that, please complete all the project. Okay. If that is the case, right? If you don't remember, then please follow me, right? My instruction and do the work because the practice is the only way you will be able to succeed. I mean, there is no other shortcut way, right? I have explained before also, and I'm telling you again, right? Because if you don't follow the proper pattern, right, you will be left behind. Maybe in 6 month or 1 year time, right, you will be again, you know come back and maybe thinking, my god, how I can complete all these courses, right? So the most important thing is our behavior, right? Our habits, what we do every day. Means, are we serious on one topic at a time? Are we just doing, like looking something for 5 minutes here, again jump to the next course, or look at something else, watch somebody video? I mean, there are so many things you will be constantly switching, right? That is not going to help. I did that for almost like a 20 year, right? So I know the problem. Okay. Okay. Now let's come to the course, right? So after, the our chat on last time, right? So after that, I created this new GitHub profile. Okay. I'm starting with HTML, CSS, then we move to JavaScript. Okay. So the first thing first, HTML. Let's move to the HTML and day one, right? Right now there is only one YouTube video in HTML, YouTube, right? And then there is some, basic introduction on HTML tag, element, and all that. So just read through here. Basically, in HTML element, right? What you're gonna see is something like this: opening tag, closing tag, then content. Opening tag consists of opening bracket, closing bracket, and the element name. Okay, element name here is important, right? So you must know element name, all the element name you're going to use in your page. That is the first thing. Just look at this image, right, and try to understand. Okay, every element, not every, but like the element which need to be closed, right, or with opening and closing tag, has this kind of structure. If the element has a content, right, so this is the one kind of element, right? There will be empty element also, like input. For image, you don't have a content, right? You just have attribute like source, alt, width, and anything, right? Attribute which will just go in the opening tag. Line break, there is no content. Horizontal rule, there is no content. Embed, there is no content. Meta, there is no content. Link, there is no content. Okay, so these are called empty element. Next, you need to understand nesting. What is parent element, child element? So here is this is also parent element, right? But parent for this element, but ul is child for what? Div, right? Child of div. So must understand the concept of nesting. Okay, move on. Attribute. Now you understand what is attribute also, right? Understand attribute. Okay, like source. The attribute has two things: the name and the value. So name equal to, and inside the quotation mark is a value. So no matter what attribute you will be using, right, in the HTML opening tag, or if there is empty element, then still in that element itself, you you will be adding attribute. Then you must have a name, an equal sign, and the value. So maybe you have ID attribute, class attribute, there is so many attribute, right? Just focus what is attribute and how you can write. Boolean attribute. like name and value is same here, right? Then you can just put the value here, disable, that's it. That is called Boolean attribute. But what are the most common element? Now understand all this most common element. Make sure you do the research, header, footer, nav, main, why these are needed, right? Before we used to have a div to make a container, okay? But now HTML5 has given us for every section, right, the special container element. So for header, we have header. For footer, we have footer, nav, main, section. So you can, just type Google search what is header, what is footer, what is nav, main, section. Why we need all this, right? Article maybe, aside maybe, right? You will get different elements name. So these element defines section, means the container, right? Section of the page. Text to display text, then input, then link and image, and line break horizontal. So these are the most common elements. You must understand block level element and inline element. What is block and inline element, and different between them, right? The difference between them, you must know that one. So that is most common element, and here is the mark in pink color, right? That is the inline element. So just look at that, and some definition of the terminology, right? Doc type, what doc type, why there is doc type, right? HTML with language English, header, meta tag, why is there? The meta name and content. So just read through this, okay, get that some idea. Now you have title. So in the body, right, body is the the main element here, right? Everything is main, okay, but important, right? But to display any content, we have to add our content, means our all element inside the body. The body is the where you're gonna be working all the time, right? So that is, you can watch the video, right? And then there is the cake recipe, simple project we have done before also, right, in our HTML class. So go through that. Then you have to do now rest of these projects. Just let me know if you have any question in this. Message me, right? I will update you in the next class. But your job now is to follow this pattern, right? Every tutorial is going to have a YouTube. You just look at the YouTube link. You will reach to GitHub account, right? So my GitHub account is here. You just watch the video, what to do, correct, and complete the task. So now first job here is to go through all this, okay? Next, let me go back here, right? And then CSS project now, CSS. So in CSS, so YouTube video, right? Let me close this one. In the YouTube video here, there are right now 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to update Flex, Grid, and then there will be projects video. There will be much more, right, coming in the maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So there every day I will be adding 1 or 2 video for you to work on, right? So start from 1, complete 2, 3, 4. All this video has important concept, okay? Go through that. The tutorial now, right here. Let's look at the readme file. So okay, so we are in the readme file here, because now these are some the work I have done during the recording, right, in all this video. Okay, so okay, all right, so now right click, you reach to the our channel, or what you call that, the list of the video in the CSS part, right? You can check the home page and also find more videos, but for now you see all this, right? I think I'm moving the mouse too much, right? Maybe it will be like annoying. Okay, so just ignore that for now. I'll try to change my habit. Okay. I'm just now trying to get more improve myself in the recording, right? Because things will be a little more professional. Okay, let's go to the part here. So I have explained everything in the video. You just go through all this section, right? You just need to complete everything here. Read through, practice, watch the video, and try to understand all that. Okay, background and you have box model, okay, and you have color property also, and you border, margin, padding. Here is the link, right click and open the link, and if you want to read, just right click and open the link, and that border section, read through here, okay, read through here, practice that. You need to do all that, right? So what did I close? Okay, padding, margin, height, width, max width, text, font, icons, okay, links, uh links, okay, list. But I have not yeah, I don't have in the video. You're not going to find links and lists yet, right? So I will explain during the project. And flexbox, I'm going to start today. Flexbox and grid, hopefully I will be done today. Yeah, so that's it. Once you finish all that, right, flex, grid, then I will be asking you guys to work on the project now. So before in HTML, same thing you did with just HTML. Now you can add the CSS, right? You can restructure it, or you just work on that same project, but you start adding the CSS to complete all this project now, right? Then finally we're gonna do work from this front in mentor, right, projects. Okay, so we will be looking at the design, download the design first, and then start our CSS. Okay, if you want to read through some resources here, I mean, you have the link already for all the resources, right? But if you want more things, just click on this one of the, and then try to read if you need, right? Okay, so once we finish all this project, right, let's say in 1 or 2 weeks maximum, you should be able to do all this and just get better with HTML and CSS, mostly CSS, right? If you can manage to do this in 2 weeks, I mean, you just look at, right, how difficult to remember everything for so many months, but I'm giving you the idea, right? You just follow the pattern, work through step by step, complete the project. You practice. If you don't remember, just practice. Let's say in this whole thing, right, the grid and flex may be more difficult, so you have to do it like many times, right? Practice many times. Just have to understand the whole concept and know how to apply that. Okay, so once you can do that and you get comfortable with HTML and CSS, then we're gonna move to the JavaScript. Yeah, so let's go up and back here, right, will be JavaScript. Okay, so this will be maybe after 2 weeks, but I will be start recording the video, right, by end of this week or next week early, so that that section is also complete. Okay, so that is all in this video. Hopefully you got all the idea now. Just let me know if you have any question, and please work hard. Okay, thank you very much.